Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome to Call of Cthulhu. Alright, well it might be 1:40 AM, but what better time to play a horror game? It was actually going to be State of Mind, but I decided to ask a friend. I basically just typed out the name of two games. I did State of Mind and Call of Cthulhu. Mostly I just kind of wanted to play the game, and then just said, choose one of these. And then he ended up saying Call of Cthulhu, so I made up my mind. I don't think I need to set anything up. I think I already did all this. I did not want to go back to the title screen. Right, boom, new game. Ooh! Oh dear. Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I actually played this game right after it came out, and really enjoyed what I played of it. Yeah. And to be fair, I'm quite surprised I didn't have this planned for, like any of my future playthroughs. It wasn't even on the list, which is quite surprising. I just kind of had the urge to play it. I don't entirely know what caused me to want to play it. I was just watching Rage of Bahamut, and like in the middle of watching it, I was like, I kind of want to play Cthulhu, or Call of Cthulhu. And now here we are. I don't actually know how like much of a horror this game is. It's either, super horrific, or it's, not that bad. A couple jump scares here and there. Alright, time to enter some madness. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. Ooh. I'm pretty sure sane was the last word to disappear then. Oh boy. Oh dear. What the fuck? Oh dear, it's a shark. Jeez. Someone's certainly ringing in my ears. I'm trying to think, do I want to turn my game up? I don't want to make it quieter. Yeah, sure. I always look over to the Elgato when I turn up volume because I keep thinking it captures it, but it doesn't. Oh my god! Oh, whoa. Alright, sensitivity is actually pretty damn good. I thought that was going to be something I'd have to change. What the hell's with the... I'm assuming... Is it supposed to be mist? It seems to follow my vision. Oh, that's weird. And I've heard this soundtrack for... probably a bit too long. I've been sat on the title screen for like an hour. While I was just watching videos and... like doing thumbnails and everything. Because I kind of decided on this at the last minute, I didn't have anything ready for it, so I had to do... information research... game research, etc. All those fun things. Yes, I know where it wants me to go, but how do I interact with things? Oh, the A button! Well, isn't that strange? Alright, let's do it. Woo. Oh, wow. I don't know why, but I find the crouch very satisfying. It's because he doesn't automatically dip down into the crouch state, he actually has to go through the momentum of crouching. Ooh. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Oh, great. Oh, there we go, now it tells me. The Hurricane Lamp. And of course it's got the green glow. Oh. I got a bolt cutter. I wonder what that's going to be used for. Wait, so... hang on a minute. This is mostly probably stupid, but I'm curious. This must just lead to the same room. Probably. I just wondered because there's two doors. So like, why would I go through the... Oh damn. Whoa. Yeah, but why would I go through the other door when that one's available? I mean, to be fair, going back to that door was probably the more... the dumber of the two choices, but I just wanted to see what had happened. Nothing. I completely forgot about the disembodied voice, too. But when I first played this, it was on PC, and I didn't have a chance to like mess around with the audio. So the audio was booming. God, it really made me like on edge. I couldn't hear my own thoughts. Indeed. Look at this, it's just a... That's not a shark, that's a whale. Ah, dear. They don't even know how to offer something these days. A lot of guts. Ugh, gross. What's with this music? I don't like that it tells me I can run, because it makes it seem like I'm being chased. I don't know what it is, being chased in a game is always like something I've hated. I don't necessarily find it scary, it just puts me on edge. Ooh. Oh god, they don't have faces. I mean, they have facial features, they just don't have... Like, they don't have eyes, a nose, or a mouth. Ooh. Oh, damn. Jesus Christ. You know, just yell the place down, why not?
I hate whiskey.
I might hate whiskey, but I do love that music. Consult diary. Oh, right, so we actually have, okay, inhabitants, occult, and places. So we have Darkwater. So Pierce Investigations Agency, my private detective agency, contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. And I should probably get rid of these empty bottles. Well, this place is mine, for the moment. So do I have anything on the occult? No. Inhabitants? Also no. So what's Pierce? Oh, right, we have our... Okay, yeah, our skills. And then our sanity. Oh, right, cool. So the medicine and occult skill can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Oh, that's cool. Then we have sanity. What the... Mental trauma. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigations by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Okay, so Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the... I have no idea. Meuse? Argonne Offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their positions for several days surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off nightmares that haunt him. Hod. Oh, right. Well, that certainly worked. Sheesh. What even is that music?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Ah. Like it just has a big label. Sleeping pills. Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effects have been wearing off. Great. Oh dear. So every time I pick up a item I investigate it. Like a true detective. Have a drink, don't drink. Ooh. My first moral choice. What will it change? Probably nothing. Do I drink? Should I drink? I mean, I think I'm like on the clock, so drinking's probably a bad idea. I'm not gonna drink. I could go back and have a drink anywhere. Oh, nice.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Oh gee. Oh, okay. We have the case. 20th of October, 1924. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? I think the nameless creature is the one that is on my, on the game's cover. and or title screen. Oh, why do you do that? Turn it on. The game saved from turning off the radio. I'm being called. Nope. I still have to investigate everything.
Sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics,
Yeah, just repeat yourself constantly. You have a drawer? Ooh!
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
So the bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who got proof against you. Oh dear. Another case.
A married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
For Mr. Pierce. The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. That was a dude that had to get over it, I guess. Sheesh. Alright, Jesus. Phones that never end.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ooh. I have 8 character points. Oh, shite. Well, the one thing I do know is that strength is pointless. Like, literally pointless. But does actually say strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Yeah, because there's no combat, so strength doesn't affect anything in that regard. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnostic, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Occultism. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts, and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. So we have investigation. Represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analysing a crime scene or an object, and of picking locks. Oh, psychology. Oh no, that's spot hidden. So we have psychology. Represents your knowledge of human behaviour. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behaviour, or on the analysis of objects. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find objects, or find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chance of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in-game. Ah. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by the power, or your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. I mean, I know for a fact this is the only time I get the chance to actually put it into either occultism or medicine, because aside from these 2 points, you can't do anything. Imagine I get everything up to 3, apart from eloquence. Maybe psychology too. Oh, I need 4 points for that. 2 points for that, 4 points for that. Shoot. Oh, that's also 4 points. Oh, bugger. We'll go with 2 with this. So add. So that's now level 2. That requires 6, so that's far too much. That requires 4, requires 2. There's that. So I have 4 more points, so I could get a level in that, or a level in that, or even a level in occultism. I don't really know. Yeah, not really. Like, I know investigation's a good one to actually increase, but considering you already start off at level 3, you know, it seems pretty good at the moment. But I mean, the one thing I do know is that spot hidden is really useful, as is investigation. Eloquence and psychology, I'm not entirely sure. I think I might just put the rest into this. Yeah. Oh, validate. There we go. Do you really want to validate this character points? Attribution? Sure.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, question.
Oh god.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
That was severely out of sync. Oh, it's an old man.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Oh dear.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Also, weirdest thing, when I heard, oh no, the more Edward was talking, the more I started to realise who he voiced. Or, the more I started to realise his voice. And now I can't see him as any other character, as Dr. Jonathan Reed from Vampire. Yeah, the protagonist of Vampire. Because as soon as he started talking, the only thing that was like flashing in my mind was, Mary! Mary! Which if you've played Vampire, you know exactly what that's from. Oh boy. So, what nameless creature is calling me? Wait, did I say that before? Despite the treatment I can hear voices in my dreams, but they're different or no— oh yeah, I have read that. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins, a short while before her tragic death, was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named, pardon me, after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. Must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Okay, so what else is there I can actually look at? Look at all that crap. We got more places, occult, nothing. Oh nice. I can look at all my shit. Lighter, my old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Oh damn. I still can't believe that it's Anthony Howell. Huh. But I'm not going to be able to hear him as anything else other than Jonathan Reed. Return for the War. Right, yeah, we've already read these, I think. So we have this too. The Chanty. Oh.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So a shipping label, some of it is unreadable. I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Wouldn't it be they lived? Considering? New clue memorized. So now if I got my clues, it probably just says the same thing. Oh man, this is cool. Examine thy painting. Oh Christ. I have to hold it. Whoa. Right, do it.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Whoa. Find out about Warehouse 36. Where did Sarah Hawkins live? Oh, something's not right with this story. So it actually tells you about... Okay. I like how you have different, things. Like, these are just quite literally speech. Or, you know, just talking. That's actually to do with my investigation skill. That's something I unlocked by looking at... I guess something else. Oh, it might be because of the occult. Maybe. Because of my occult knowledge. Interesting. I don't even know if I should go for that first, or if it would just, you know, completely go across everything. Yeah, I'll just go through all I can if I'm able to. Where did Hawkins live? Oh, maybe find out about Warehouse 36 is what continues the story. Maybe? Yeah. I don't really know. We'll see. Either way. Where does Sarah Hawkins live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I read about her mental fragility in the police report.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Oh, you got it. What about Warehouse
The
36?
sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Unclose, shut the jaws of oblivion. I don't know why, it's whenever I hear the words find something or go there, find something. It just reminds me of Oblivion. Something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think, yeah, that's everything.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
God, I have to actually
I'll
resist.
take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Peace out, brother.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
I have never heard that phrase before. Something's queer.
Darkwater.
Huh.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
Perfect.
No doubt find some information on this island in there.
Another thing I realised, I think it was Anthony Howell, I'm really terrible with names. But I'm good with linking voices to characters in games, but whatever. What I was going to say was, I'm almost certain that Vampire is also made... Oh no, it isn't. It's made by... Don't Nod, I think. But published by Focus Home. I was just going to say, it's quite cool that both games were made by the same people and have the same voice... Well, not same voice cast, but the protagonist has the same voice actor. But they're not made by the same people, so... Never mind.
Natural sciences, linguistics,
Because that's nothing
archaeology.
different. I thought I could read that. Not the... How am I interacting with the draw? I want to interact with this.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
So Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive, not primitive. I can't really read certain words. Primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts. Oh. There's
All I
enough
have to do is
fancy.
go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I mean, he sounds slightly different to Jonathan Reed. But I could definitely tell it's him. Oh, whoa. Stephen Webster. A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. And we have Charles Hawkins. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of a shipowner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins. Holy balls. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured, artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret, only her father Stephen Webster continued to seek the truth. Oh, that's the kid. That does not look like an 11-year-old. Jesus. Not really. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Places? Okay, Island of Darkwater. Yeah, that looks fun. Oh, for sure. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs. With only one outlet to the sea, it is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. What about the occult? Aha! The art of Sarah Hawkins. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colours and wild strokes to the world. In her paintings, if her paintings are testimony to her visions of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Oh yeah. I'm a PD. So, painting by Sarah Hawkins. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that this is linked to the death of his daughter. Would make sense. I have more in my inventory? Oh, right, knowledge. Right, well, I've already read that. It's just one of the random bloody things I picked up. I like this. Alright.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Oh, I don't actually look into it, I should just get rid of it. I don't want this stuff. Don't look like there's anything. Aha, never mind. Oh boy, there's a lot of shit. The nerdy brick. Oh,